Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quick Blog podcast, our IPL preview series looking at each team. And in this video, we'll be looking at the Rajasthan Royals. Charbel here from Quick Blog, Australia fan and IPL enthusiast, as I like to call myself. Nash, Mumbai Indians fan and India fan. We'll be looking at the Royals. They've been there and thereabouts in recent seasons. Quite a few changes. I think the thing with Rajasthan, before we look at the possible, 12 and then the strengths and weaknesses and where we think they'll finish, the big thing about them was the choice of retentions last year. They spent big on the likes of Shimron Hetmeyer, Drew Durrell. We're going to see if that pays off this season. So in terms of possible 12 to start in that first game against Hyderabad, what are you thinking, mate?
I'll start with Jaiswal at the top, Samson,
Yep,
along with Jaiswal, Nitish
yep,
Rana, Riyan
yep.
Parag, Shimron Hetmeyer, Dhruv Jurel, Shubham Dubey, uh, Wanindu Hasaranga, Jofra Archer, Tushar Deshpande, and Mahesh Theekshana. The impact player is something interesting. They might go with Akash Madwal if they want a fast bowling impact player. And I think, yeah, I think he will be my impact player because if 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 Tushar Deshpande is not playing in the playing 11, then they'll swap him with Akash
Yeah,
Madwal, and then Tushar Deshpande comes in as the impact player.
yeah, I've got the same 11 as you, except having Akash Madwal in the 11 and Sandeep Sharma as the impact player. Sandeep Sharma, they've retained him as the uncapped player, so they've got him at
Yep.
really good value, and he's very versatile bowler who's performed very well in the IPL over the years. So I reckon they'll start with him. Tusha Deshpande is also a very, very viable option there as well. But yeah, I look at, Jaiswal and Samson could be a very, very dynamic opening partnership, as we know. I expect big things from those two and leading into Nitish Rana and Riyan Parag, which I think is a strong top four. But then there's, I think, pressure on Hetmeyer in particular to perform because if we talk about strengths and weaknesses, one weakness I've got is they've probably got lack of backup for Hetmeyer this season. To me, he's the only overseas batsman in that squad. They don't really have backup for him. So if he doesn't perform, their finishing suffers, I think, and
The thing
they'll
is,
have to rejig their team.
do they need that overseas backup with someone like Parag and Jurel and Dubey who strikes at a strike rate of 150 as
True.
well.
That's fair.
It's a good middle order.
True.
And yes, it's an inexperienced one. I get that. They don't have that experience like someone like
Mm.
Livingston and Tim David have under their belt, or even Andre Russell and Rinku Singh from KKR.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be. I don't necessarily think if Hetmeyer doesn't perform, they are in a real pickle.
Uh, it might affect them because
It will. It definitely will. Yeah.
you need him finishing well with. Jurel can definitely do it, and Dubé could do it as well. But Hetmeyer is the experienced guy, so if
Yep.
he doesn't deliver, who do you
I
replace
mean,
him?
it's
What's
definitely a
the makeup of
loss.
your
It,
11?
it's a big loss.
It is, but
But
then
I'm saying they
who
have
do you
got the
replace
goods
him?
to back it up.
But then say you want him out of the 11, who do you then put in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Then they don't have much
exactly.
there.
So other teams have got sort of those backup options where they can swap guys out in even yeah. So that's something to consider. They need Hetmeyer to perform, but they've got some good batting around him. Like Riyan Parag, very good at number four. I think they got his position right last season. The Royals, they're batting him, usually at seven, 6 and 7 in previous seasons, and getting him facing 5, 10 balls at the end of the innings. It wasn't working. He's a very good player at number four. That's a big strength. An area of concern I've got as well with the Royals is lack of all rounders. I know the impact
Yeah.
player rule can diminish that a little bit, but if I look at Hasaranga, Archer, Thikshana, Akash Madwal, and Sandeep Sharma, if those are my five bowlers that I've picked in my 12,
I
who's my
mean,
sixth bowling option? Look at
their
look at
polling options all rounders are Riyan Parag, Nitish Rana, and Yudhvir Singh, and those are the all rounders. And
that's a
if you're
problem.
banking on those guys to do a job as a sixth bowler, I think you're already in a bit of a trouble.
I agree. So you need your five to have to do well because if one or two guys are having a bad day, that's trouble because yeah, I think the makeup of the squad in general just leaves them short in terms of six bowling option. Yeah, and that's a big worry for me with the Royals. And by the sounds of things, you might think the same.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's why I have them finishing 10th.
You got them bottom. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got the wooden spoon for Rajasthan Royals. So
Yeah.
yeah. Look,
And
we did say they have good batting prowess at the top,
they
but I
do.
don't think
Their
that's going to
Indian
be
their
enough.
Indian batting stocks are bloody awesome. And that's a
Yeah.
big strength of theirs, and they can pile on the runs. But yeah, look, I think Thikshana and Hasaranga as a duo are very important. Jofra Archer's had a lot of injuries over the years. He was very good
Yeah,
5 years
and
ago for them, but is he the same as what he was then? He's had a lot of injuries. Doesn't seem to have the same zip. They need him to rediscover that. And then yeah, the other two, Akash Madwal, Tusha Deshpande, Sandeep Sharma have got to deliver above and beyond as well. I worry about
yeah.
their depth. That's my
And
concern.
look, I think we sit here and talk about the teams, and cricket is such a condition-based sport, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
like Wanindu Hasaranga has gone for six sixes in a T20,
Mm.
and he has a hat trick as well.
Yeah.
Um, so
Big time.
it's such a condition-based sport,
It
and
is.
you can pick your best, what you think is best 11, but if the conditions don't suit, or if someone like Archer has an off day, I think it's going to be really difficult day on the field for Rajasthan Royals.
Big Sharma are going to be crucial. I reckon he'll be used against Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma in that first game in Hyderabad. He's going to be absolutely vital in terms of keeping them quiet, even better, maybe picking up a wicket or two in that power play period. Yeah, but you need all your five bowlers to have at least a decent day. Otherwise, you're going to be behind the game with a lack of bowling options there. So
Yeah.
I've got them missing the playoffs as well, and maybe quite low on the table as well. But as we've seen before in the IPL, teams can surprise. The Royals have got some very, very good players there that can turn it on their day. But I think it's long odds, personally. Thanks, guys, for watching and listening. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with us? We've got the Royals struggling this season, missing it. They lack a bit of depth. They lack a bit of all-round balance in their lineup. Let us know if you agree or disagree with that. And feel free to leave a comment. You can catch us on Crickblog TV, where we publish all of the team previews for the IPL for this 2025 season. We're on Crickblog Podcast on Spotify and Apple, wherever you get your podcasts from audio. We're on Crickblog Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We post a whole bunch of reels. Thanks, Nash. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.